ከቅርብ ጊዜ ወዲህ ወጣቶች ድሮ እንደምናስበው የዩኒቨርሲቲ ትምህርታችንን ተምረን ከዛ ተቀጥረን መስራት የሚለው አስተሳሰብ በጣም እየተቀየረ መጥቷል። ስራ ፈጣሪዎች በጣም እየበዙ ከዛም ደግሞ በተለያዩ አይነት አማራጮችና ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች ወይም እድሎች በመጠቀም ኢትዮጵያም ከዛም በላይ ደግሞ አፍሪካ ላይ በጣም በርካታ መጠነ ሰፊ የሆኑ ወይንም ቁጥራቸው በጣም በርካታ የሆኑ ስራ ፈጣሪዎች እየተፈጠሩ ነው። ኢትዮጵያም ላይ ስንመለከት እንግዲህ በጣም ወጣት ምንላቸው እንደው ከዩኒቨርሲቲ ሳይሆን እንደውም 12ኛ ክፍል 11ኛ ክፍል እድሜ ወይም እድሜያቸው በጣም ትንሽ የሆኑ ልጆች ስራ ፈጠራ ሆኖ የተለያዩ የራሳቸውን ፕሮጀክት ቀርጸው እንደ ገቢ ምንጭም ከዛም ደግሞ ስኬል አፕ ወይንም ማሳደግ የሚቻል የቢዝነስ ዘርፎችንም ሲፈጥሩ አይተናል። በዛሬ ሃሽታግ ሽቃላ ጃስሪ አፍሪካ ወይም ሩዋንዳ የሚገኝ ድርጅት ኢትዮጵያ ላይ መጥቶ የተለያዩ አይነት ወጣት ስራ ፈጣሪዎችን በተሻለ መልኩ ወደ ስራ ፈጣሪነትም ወደ ቢዝነስና ንግድ ዘርፍ ወደ ኢንቨስትመንት ዘርፍ ለማስገባት እየሰራ ያለውን ስራ እንመለከታለን። Ethiopia has a broad base of young population that has changed their mindset from being employed to being self-employed and entrepreneurs. JASRI Africa is one company that is based in Rwanda with operations in Kenya and now has entered the Ethiopian young entrepreneurship market, trying to help or enhance and support young entrepreneurs operating in Ethiopia. I'm now sitting with Aline, Regional Director for JASRI Africa. Welcome to Hashtag Shikala.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for being part of this show. So as we start kick off our conversation, what made Ethiopia the ideal destination for your next expansion phase or project?
Thank you so much for having me. So JASRI is a program that is supported by the Alan and Jill Gray Philanthropies. And this is a high impact entrepreneurship development program.
Okay.
And as you're mentioning, we do have our hub in Rwanda, but it's a regional program.
Okay.
And so we have an office in Kenya, but we're very excited to also establish ourselves in Ethiopia for a number of reasons.
Solution and actually successfully pitch.
First, I think Ethiopia is a country that has a fast economic growth.
Okay.
The second reason is that there's also a growing entrepreneurial ecosystem and culture. I think it's important to also consider the demographic dividend with Ethiopia's large population of youth.
Youth, yeah.
You can imagine the potential that this would have if youth could actually create solutions, product services that can actually address our community's challenges. And then maybe the last point is that businesses can actually achieve economies of scale. So this is a scaling place, really. Yes, and so all of these different reasons. And then there's a very strong alignment with what the country is trying to accomplish in terms of entrepreneurship development and supporting entrepreneurs. So we're very, very looking forward to being in Ethiopia.
So looking at things market to market, there's a variation in how you approach one market. So approaches wise, what kind of different or unique approaches are you using to partner up with young entrepreneurs as we have met today when it comes to Ethiopia?
When we choose a country, we first want to understand the country, understand the context.
Okay.
And so the support of partners from government and other entrepreneurship support organizations. And so we've been working with different partners. Through the partners, we selected our first cohort who are here today.
Yes.
So to respond to your question, the strategies are first to understand the context, to create strong partnerships, but also then to make sure that we are contextualizing our approaches based on the different countries we're operating in.
Before I dive into what JASRI is and what you do, as someone that works closely with young entrepreneurs, so that we can give context to our audience and why they need for JASRI or why that is, I would like to ask you, what were, like, you know, in your experience, some of the key challenges that young entrepreneurs face in your operations in Rwanda and Kenya?
So today we're talking about the JASRI Talent Investor.
Yes.
And this is a program that seeks to identify, to select aspiring entrepreneurs, individuals who look forward to becoming entrepreneurs. And for a period of 14 months, we guide, we support, we invest in those aspiring entrepreneurs in realizing their entrepreneurial aspirations. So coming back to your question, the challenges are diverse. As a young entrepreneur, you may not necessarily know how to navigate the space. So we've designed the JASRI Talent Investor in a way that it addresses the challenges that entrepreneurs are likely to face at that very initial stage. So through the Talent Investor, entrepreneurs have access to different coaches who are guiding them to understand either the industries they are selecting, to solve, the solutions that they're coming with, and really being able to provide ongoing feedback, iterate and finalize and ultimately launch their ventures. There's also another element of funding, as I described today. And so by providing a monthly training allowance, entrepreneurs are able to focus on their journey, not having to worry about rent or food.
I get you.
And then by providing other types of venture, such as, you know, the Venture Creation Fund, they're able to start their businesses. So not just that, I think really the JASRI Talent Investor seeks to provide that holistic approach for entrepreneurs to thrive, which we know is what will help them address the challenges that they are likely to face along the way. And finally, maybe entrepreneurs face different, it's not a one-size-fits-all, so they will have different challenges based on the different industries or the solutions and so the program is tailored in a way that it supports them in that process.
So now let's dive into what JASRI is, what do you do, and what problem are you trying to solve in your operations in these 3 countries?
Okay, so JASRI, the JASRI Talent Investor, is a program that has been designed to support and guide aspiring entrepreneurs to start businesses really from scratch. So the whole journey from ideation to venture creation, all of that for a period of 14 months, right? And so the program in itself seeks to find those exceptional, highly entrepreneurial individuals and then supporting them in realizing their entrepreneurial aspirations. So now what we're trying to achieve is by supporting these entrepreneurs, they're able to launch ventures or companies. And we have a very particular focus on what we call market-creating innovations. These are innovations that target large markets that are either not served or not properly served. And now imagine the ripple effect that these companies or ventures will have, and through them creating jobs, creating meaningful employment, and therefore creating impact.
That's amazing. How do you who are your stakeholders in working in Ethiopia, and how do you plan to work with your stakeholders, and what process?
So in Rwanda, in particular, we work with a wide range of stakeholders. First, the government of Rwanda, and we very closely work with the Ministry of ICT and Innovation, the Rwanda Development Board, in particular, and other key ecosystem players, which is very critical to our work. You know, there's a say that it takes a village to support an entrepreneur, and we strongly believe in that. In Kenya, the same thing. We have a wide range of partners, as I described in Rwanda. And in Ethiopia, we are looking forward to the same, actually introducing our work and establishing partnerships with the government of Ethiopia, the different ministries, and then different partners within the ecosystem.
የወጣት ስራ ፈጣሪዎች ከሚያጋጥሟቸው ችግሮች መካከል አንደኛው ፈንዲንግ ሊሆን ይችላል የስራ ቦታ ደግሞ ኮፋውንዲንግ ወይንም እንደነው ከማጋ ድርጅት በመሰረት ያዋጣኛል ወይንም ራሱ በዘላቂነት ከማጋ ተቻቺ የመስራት ይችላል የሚሉ ነገሮች አሉ እነዚህ ነገሮች ታዲያ ምንድነው እንደ ስራ ፈጣሪ ባህሪዎችን ወይም ካራክተሮችን ማየት ይመለከታል ሶ ያንን ነገር ደግሞ ለማድረግ አንደኛው የጃስሪ አፍሪካ ደግሞ የአፕሊኬሽን ወይም የማመልከቻ እንደው መነሻ ነጥቦች ብንላቸው እነዚህ ናቸው የኢንተርፕረነር ወይም የስራ ፈጣሪ ባህሪ ምንድነው አይዲያ ወይንም ሐሳቡ ጽንሰ ሐሳቡ ወደ ቢዝነስ እንዴት ነው መቀየር የሚችለው የሚሉትን የተለያዩ አይነት የማመልከቻ ፕሮሰሶችን በመሄድ ተወዳዳሪዎቹ ልበላቸው ወይንም ወጣት ስራ ፈጣሪዎቹ ወደ ፕሮግራማቸው እንዲገቡ የሚያስኬዱበት አካሄድ አለ
ጃስሪ ኢትዮጵያ መጀመሪያ የተቀበልኩት እንደ ኦሮሚያ ክልል እኛ ክረምት ላይ አጎስት አካባቢ ላይ በፕሬዝዳንት ኦፊስ ነው የተቀበልኳቸው ፕሮግራማቸውን ሃይላይት ካደረጉልን በኋላ በጣም ኢኒሺዬቲቭ ፕሮግራም መሆኑን ተቀበልናቸው ከዛ በኋላ ይሄ ፕሮግራም አብዛኛው በተለይ ግራጁዌትድ ወጣቶች በኢትዮጵያ በጣም በስፋት ይታያሉ በተለይ ኦሮሚያ ደግሞ ሰፊውን ይዛ ስላለች እነዚህ ወጣቶች ሐሳብ አላቸው አይዲያ አላቸው ይሄን ሐሳብና ሐሳባቸውን ደግሞ ማሰልጠን ማብቃትና ከሐሳባቸው ጋር ደግሞ አላይመንት ማድረግ ትልቁ የኢንኩቤሽን ራስን የቻለ ስለምፈልግ ይሄን ሐሳብ ይዞ ሲመጡ ይሄን ሐሳብ ለወጣቶች ለማድረስ ሞክር በተለይ ለዚህ ፕሮግራም አክሰስ አላቸው ብለን ያየናቸው መሃሉ እንዳለ ሆኖ እነዚህ አሪቻብል ያልናቸውን በተለይ ገጠራማ አካባቢ ያሉት ግራጁዌቶች ይሄንን ፕሮግራም አክሰስ ላይኖራቸው ስለሚችል ብለን ከኦሮሚያ 19 ዞኖች አይ ቲንክ 19 ከተሞች 19 ዞኖች ኦልሞስት 40 አካባቢ ላይ 5 እንደዚህ አይነት ሐሳብ ሊኖራቸው የሚችሉ ግራጁዌቶችን ኢንቫይት አድርገን ዙዋይባቱ ላይ harnessing the potential of ICT for better and more job training አድርገናቸው ይሄንን ፕሮግራም ለማስተዋወቅ እንደ ክልል ስፖንሰር አድርገን ፕሮግራም አድርገን ነበር ከዛ በኋላ ሊንኩ ሼር አድርገንላቸው ያው ሺሮ ኦፕን ስለሆነ ከዛ ውስጥ እነዚህ ዛሬ ስክሪን የተደረጉት ወጣቶች ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ ብዬ ገምታለሁ በስማቸው ስለማላቅ ማለት ነው ሆኖም እያንዳንዱ ኮርት ላይ ዲቤት ያደርጉና ፕሮግራማቸውን ሲያቀርቡ እኔም በዌብናር በዙም እየገባው ካተላቸው ነበር ስለዚህ በዛሬው ዕለት ደግሞ የመሸኛ ፕሮግራሙ ስለሆነ እነሱንም ለማየትና ለቸኛቸው ነው የመጣሁት እግረ መንገሬን ደግሞ እነሱም ፕሮሰስ ደግሞ እንዳይስተዋገሉ ብዬ እስከ ኢሚግሬሽን ድረስ በግል ላይ ነኝ ማኔጅ ሳደርግ ነበርውና አይን ይመስላል
So how did the application process go or how can one be qualified enough and meet your standards so that they can be part of this fellowship or program?
So our ideal candidates, our ideal profile.
Basically that's it.
We're looking at, I alluded to this a bit, we're looking for individuals who have a history of achievement, wherever they have been. Individuals who have done something in their either communities or university or workplace, who have a history of action. We're looking for individuals who are committed to becoming entrepreneurs. And this program is open to citizens of Ethiopia, Kenya and Rwanda only for now. And so that's really who the ideal profile is. Now, there is an application process. The JASRI website, www.jasri.org. Applicants can submit their application. Once they do, the first stage, they have to complete what we call an entrepreneurship intentions and value creation assessment, which basically assess their intentions to become entrepreneur and their history of value creation. The second stage is what we call an innovation scenario assessment, which is basically we give them a particular industry and they have to come up with a scenario, what idea, how will they solve a problem within that industry. And then the third stage is psychometrics. We want to understand how they think. And by that, we're trying to assess their entrepreneurial competencies. And then the final stage is what we call a selection conference. We bring 120 of the top applicants and we give them challenges to see how they engage with each other in group. And by that, we also assess to work in teams. So those are the stages, and then resulting in the final selections of our cohort and fellows.
That's amazing.
Dr. Vital Samson Balalo, ሐኪምና የእቴጌና የሳባ አፕሊኬሽኖች መስራች ነኝ። እቴጌ የጡት ካንሰር ላይ የሚሰራ አፕሊኬሽን ነው። ለሴቶች ስለ ጡት ካንሰርና ስለ ማህፀን ጫፍ ካንሰር ለማስተማር ይሞክራል። ሳባ ደግሞ የወር አበባ መከታተያ ካላንደር ሲሆን በኢትዮጵያ ካላንደርና በአውሮፓ ካላንደር ሴቶች ፔሪዮዳቸውን እንዲከታተሉና ስለ ስነ ተዋልዶ ነገሮች እንዲማሩ እናደርጋለን። የአፕሊኬሽኑ ፕሮሰስ መጀመሪያ እንደቀልድ ነበር የጀመርኩት ብዙ ሲሪየስ ስላልወሰድኩት ነበር። ከዛ በኋላ ግን በጣም ደስ የሚለው በተለያዩ ስቴፖች ላይ የተለያዩ ቻሌንጆች አሉ። ስለማናውቀው ፊልድም ተጠይቀን የግድ መመለስ ነበረብንና ስለዛ ሪሰርች መስራት ነበረብን። በጣም ደስ የሚል ፕሮሰስ ነበር የነበረው። የቻሌንጆች ፕሮሰሶች ብቻ ራሳቸው አንድ ትሬኒንግ ራስ መሆን ይችላሉና በጣም ኤክሳይትድ ነን። ሲሄድ ያው ትሬኒንግና ከብዙ ሰዎች ጋር ለመታወቅ ነው የምፈልገው። ስመለስ ደግሞ ለኢትዮጵያም ይሁን ለአፍሪካም ይሁን ሴቶች ጤና ላይ በተለይ ያተኮረ የጤና ላይ የሚያተኩር ቴክኖሎጂ ነው ታሰንፈልገው።
ስሜ ፍራውል ዲዳ ይባላል። የተማርኩት ሜካኒካል ኢንጂነሪንግ ነው። ከአዲስ አበባ ዩኒቨርሲቲ የተመረኩት። የምሰራው ዲጂታል ፋብሪኬሽን ላይ ነው። በሱ ላይ ሰፋ ያለ ስራ መስራት ፈልጋለሁ። ስለ ጃስሪ የሰማሁት በቤተሰብ አባል በኩል ነው። እነሱ የስራ ባልደረባቸው ነግሯቸው ከዛ ለኔ ነው የነገሩት። አብዛኛው ሁሉም የማመልከቻ ፕሮሰሱ ኦንላይን የተደረገ ነው። የተለያዩ ፎርሞችን ሞልተናል እና ያው እንደሚጠበቀው አናሊቲካል የሆነ ጥያቄዎች ብቻ አይደለም የጠየቁ ብዙ የተለያዩ ነገሮች እኛ እንደ ስራ ፈጣሪዎች ሊኖረን የሚገባን ካራክተር አሰስ የሚያደርጉ ጥያቄዎችን የጠየቁ በጣም ኢንጆየብል ነው፣ ፈን ነው። ከእንደገና ስለ ራሳችን ብዙ እንድናውቅ ረድቶናል። ከእንደገና ደግሞ ወደፊት ምን ማሻሻል እንዳለብን የተሻለ ስራ ፈጣሪ የተሻለ ሰው መሆን እንዳለብን ማለት ነው። ከመሄዳችን በፊት እዚህም የተወሰነ የተማርነው ነገር አለ። እሱ ከዚህ በፊት ከወሰድኳቸው ኮርሶች ለየት ያለ ነው እና እዛም ስንሄድ ደግሞ ማርኬት ክሬቲንግ ኢኖቬሽንስ ላይ እነሱ ላይ በደንብ መስራት እንደምንችል እሱ ላይ ደግሞ አዳዲስ ስኪሎችን ዴቨሎፕ ማድረግ ይመስለኛል። እንደ ስራ ፈጣሪ ደግሞ የሆነ አዲስ ሰው ሆኜ የተለየ ነገር ይዤ የምመጣ እና አዲስ ስራም እዚህ መስራት የምችል ይመስለኛል።
With any endeavors that is going on, be it entrepreneurship, be it in any kind of economic activity, in any personal interactions as well, the role of a government or the public sector is very, very monumental. Yeah. So looking at framework policies, from your experience as well in the other two countries, in what ways could the Ethiopian government be of a support system or kind of assist in your execution or implementation of this program?
Caleb, the support from the government of Ethiopia and the different institutions would be critical to the successful implementation of our program in Ethiopia. We are in the process of finalizing our registration process as a JASRI. But more than that, I think what's important is for us as JASRI is to make sure that there's this alignment with where the country wants to go as far as its innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem is. And so we look forward to contributing through the JASRI Talent Investor program, but in any ways as we would be possible, being it either knowledge or either capacity building or policy. And so we actually are looking forward to doing as much as we are able to as we establish ourselves in Ethiopia.
ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ትልቁ ነገር እንደ ስራ ፈጣሪ ለማግኘት የሚያስቸግረው ትልቁ ቻሌንጅ ፈንዲንግ ነው። ስለዚህ ያንን ፈንዲንግ ፕሮቫይድ እንዲያደርጉ መንግስት ከተለያዩ የግል ሆነ የመንግስት ባንኮች ጋር ቢሰራና ኢንኮሬጅ ቢያደርጋቸው ወይ ማንዴት ቢሰጣቸው ጥሩ ነው ላለው። ከሱ በተጨማሪ ደግሞ በኢንቨስትመንት ኮሚሽኖች በኩል መንግስት ለኢንቨስተሮች ብዙ ቤኔፊቶችን ፕሮቫይድ ያደርጋል እና እነዛን ቤኔፊቶች እኛም እንድንጠቀምባቸው የተወሰኑ ስቲፑሌሽኖችን ከዛ ላይ ቢያነሳልን ጥሩ ነው ላለው።
የዛሬው አሽታክ ሽካላይ እንመስል ነበር። አስተያየትና መልከቶቻችሁን በ828 ላኩልን። በሚቀጥለው ሳምንት እንገናኝ። መልካም ጊዜ።